today we've got another meal for you, and it's spaghetti bolognese. It's our first of 4 Italian recipes. Spag Bol is very classic. It's so simple, that's why. And that is the thing about Italian food. It really, at its essence, is simple. And in here, I've got some extra virgin olive oil. Now, you need that oil. It's flavour, as well as it helping cook things without sticking. So to that, I've added a mirepoix. Now that is the base of a lot of good cooking, especially in the European area. So that's finely diced onion, carrot, and celery. Now that's just sweetening away gently. I want to show you this. Now that is a bowl of cooked mince, beef, and pork. So I've got about, I'd say about 20% pork to the rest of it being beef. Pork gives a nice bit of fattiness and round, full flavour. The beef makes up the nice bulk of it, and of course gives it a nice beefiness. It's really good to use both because in Italian bologneses, they like to use fatty bits of beef, like the short ribs, which is chopped up and barely ground down. And of course, we can't really do that, and it's quite expensive when you do. So adding a little bit of pork is a great little tip there for you. Now, that carrot, onion, celery is sweeting down nicely. In an ideal world, would let that go for another few minutes till it's very soft and tender. And to that, here is a trick for you, tomato paste. So instead of using a lot of tomato that's just been chopped in cans, I'm using a good, probably 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. This is the essence of tomato. And instead of just putting it in at the end, I want to cook it out. Let a lot of that raw tomatoiness disappear. Let those flavours concentrate, really let it sweeten up. And after about a minute or so of that, that's when you put in your canned tomato. And then in with the beef and pork. So here we go. Come on, there we go. And last but not least, a little bit of stock. Any stock really works. Meat, naturally. Here we go, that's about 3/4 of a cup. And you just want to gently give that a mix, lower that heat and let that cook very slowly for ideally about 20-30 minutes, and a lot of those flavors will concentrate. And you can see that is so simple. Now with the sauce, we need to make our pasta soap. I'm going to show you a really cool little trick. It's not really anything, but Jamie Oliver does all the time. I've always wanted to try it, so may or may not work. Okay, let's try it. Hey, there we go. And we'll put half of that into our boiling water, and we'll be back with you for the second half of the recipe, which includes a bit of homemade garlic bread for you. Let's finish off the spaghetti and also show you guys how to make homemade garlic bread. People pay a lot of money for garlic bread. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit cheap, but I never buy garlic bread. I always just make it. It's so easy.
Oh,
make a garlic butter.
Hey,
you just add butter, yes?
Spaghetti bowl is the only meal that I know how to make.
Really?
Yep.
Is it as good as
Why
Michael's?
do you sound proud of that?
Because he lives at home with his mum, and every time he makes it, Mum says, well done.
Hey, we secretly love it though.
You guys.
Okay, and garlic, of course, naturally. I just like using pre-crushed garlic for this.
Another tongue twister, Michael.
I know, it's hard to say. And you mix that together.
That smells like my breath sometimes.
And you're proud of that?
How do you smell your breath?
With both of you today.
I want to know how you smell your breath. Do you go like...
No, people tell me your breath smells like garlic.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit of dried thyme, a little bit of dried parsley as well. Gives a nice bit of flavour.
Ooh, ah.
Yep, makes it a little bit thin, so if you know what I mean. And you can add a bit of lemon zest or lime zest as well. Just gives it a nice bit of freshness and vibrancy. And here we go. That is garlic bread without putting it in the grill. Like, that is garlic bread. It's that easy.
But you are going to grill it, right?
Yeah, I've got some in the grill right now. Let me take that bad boy out. And
this is
actually,
delicious.
Perfect timing, because that's just crisp up nicely.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get really technical here, it looks a little bit burnt around the edges. Just throwing it out there.
A chef would
Just
call
be
that
grateful.
caramelised.
Oh my
It's
God.
caramelised. That's what I'm going to tell everyone when I burn stuff.
There we go, I'll just put that in there and in with our spaghetti. Now, here's a trick for your spaghetti if you want to make it good every time, and maybe your mum will like you more for it. Always add your pasta to the sauce and cook that out for an extra minute or two. They'll really help absorb a lot of that flavour.
I think that's where you're going wrong, mate. Just putting it out there, but carry on. You're the chef.
And make sure you don't add too much sauce, otherwise this becomes watery. And there's too much sauce for the pasta. This is how the Italians would eat it. Make sure you get a bit of meat on there. And that is your Spag Bol recipe online, facebook.com/Mike Spice. Very easy.
Please, hurry up and subscribe. Click the subscribe button.
Do it.
Ava, you've been pushing.
No.
Why is it so big? Oh, keep pushing. Just click subscribe. Otherwise, we're going to be here the whole time.
Oh,